Hi, Jeremy. We are waiting for other folks to join in.
Okay, cool.
Is this your first time attending this meeting?
It is. Steve sent it to me a little while ago, but I had a bunch of other conflicts. So I'm going to try to attend as I can.
Awesome.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, Jeremy. I haven't, I guess everybody may have asked you the question. I haven't seen you here before, I guess.
Nope. Yeah, this is my first time.
Oh, great. Welcome. This is a close-knit group. A lot of us are repeat. we come every week. So yeah, that's a new phase is always a welcome sight. If you've done the introduction already, then I won't bore you with it. I think Milind, I see you are here. Rakesh is here. I'm gonna open up the agenda.
Yeah, we haven't done the introductions. I was waiting for more folks to join in.
Oh, we haven't? Okay. Then I think I saw a note from Steve that he'll be not joining today. He has a IETF meeting. Uh,
I added a couple of items, but I think either Steve or Sajay would be required to have discussion around it.
oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it looks like even David can't make it today. Or at least Steve's message makes it look like even David can't make it today.
Okay. Let me check the message.
That's what my interpretation of that message is.
Okay, seems like yeah, David, Chive, Steve, all are kind of occupied. We can wait for a couple of more minutes if anybody joins in.
Okay.
I guess we can start with introductions with Jeremy.
So we're gonna put Jeremy under the spotlight starting. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah, so my name is Jeremy. I'm from Microsoft. I work on the Azure Container Upstream team. We build open source projects for use in Azure. Recently, we started signing the images we're producing in our pipeline using notation. And I'm also a tech lead from SIG Release Upstream. So since we're using this stuff, I thought it would be interesting to come and learn what you're doing, what I can do to help out.
That sounds great. I think if you're already using notation on,
जल जाएगा थोड़ा सा.
sorry,
Pritesh, you're not muted if you're talking to us.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
all right. I was saying if you've already started using it, I guess first question is like which version we
Yeah.
have 0.9 alpha version, and I think there is a separate version that Microsoft has forked. Either ways, feedback from actual usage, any kind of feedback, usability, security, etc.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah, happy to bring that probably like next meeting. I'll gather all the things we're using. So we're using the KV feature branch release still. We haven't upgraded yet. We're specifically using the notation COSI plugin.
Okay.
It's part of our workflow.
And just to give like further context on where we are at, currently we're in the middle of development for RC1 release. The RC1 release will enable signing and verification workflows yeah, with plugins, and it will have JWS support. Cozy support is currently slated for RC2.
Cool.
That's kind of the scope against which we are working. And like right now, various core pieces are still kind of in flux. Some of these specs are still being updated.
Mhm.
So just giving disclaimer, there's nothing that like you can directly start using. You can start using the released versions, which will sign and verify, but they are going to have breaking changes in the coming weeks. And I think the other question I had was, yeah, it's great to have more hands on the deck. I'm curious to know what areas you want to help out with, like provide kind of product feedback and as a customer give a feedback, or you want to be involved in more active development or
Yeah, I
work
think
specifications, etc.
yeah, I think I can start with providing feedback as I'm using things, and can try the release candidates as they progress. Happy to start there. I'm also a Go developer, so I'm happy to help contribute as my bandwidth allows to.
That sounds good. I think at a minimum, we are trying to get more reviewers on board. So
Okay.
any code reviewer bandwidth would be really, really good. So, I mean, I don't see anybody else joining. I think we can, we can close this early. We can continue our agenda on Monday. Did you have any
Yeah,
roadmap or product items?
I had just no, I wanted to get an update on where everybody's status is, but I think with Steve and David not here, we can just do it on Monday. I see a lot of activity happening, so that's good on that one. The thing I wanted to cover was that the bug that Shive identified, which was blocking some registries for notation not being connecting to some registries. I haven't seen a pull request on it yet. Have you? For the
No.
bug? Okay.
I think Shiva gave a workaround to temporarily unblock. And he's probably, yeah, I haven't heard on like what's the priority.
So, okay, so my proposal was that we should prioritize that, and as soon as that is fixed in, we do the official release of the current pre-release that we have out there. That was my proposal.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. We can discuss that again on Monday.
Okay, I'll put that in the meeting notes. That's the proposal on table to quickly to prioritize that and do a release, do a formal release. Okay. Okay, that's all I had. Those two items.
Cool. Pritesh, Rakesh, anything to cover before we call it?
No, I just wanted to call out about my PRs, but Roy and she, we both are not here. So I'll ping them offline.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
I see
Nothing from me.
David joining in.
Oh, David is joining. Oh, nice. So maybe we can stay for a minute on cover that topic and a good buy-in. I also got a ping from Feynman. Okay. David, are you here now? I know you're still muted, so I wanted to make sure you're formally in.
David, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, good. Sorry about that. Yeah, I thought you're still unblocking yourself. Okay, David. So we had one proposal. Shive found a bug in the notation client which stops it from working with HTTPS-based access in some cases. I think my proposal is let's have Shive prioritize that as a pull request, check it in, and then do a release of the notation client, the pre-release that you have been that you've been holding for us.
You mean the Notation Go library?
The notation release itself, right? The current notation release is a pre-release, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's already released technically, but it's a pre-release just, I think, because it's alpha, right?
Correct. Oh, so I thought it's marked as a pre-release that we can still iterate on it and then formally call it a release. Okay, my bad on that thinking. Okay.
Yeah, I guess we haven't like clarified that caveat, I suppose. But yeah, we've been referencing it and using it for downloads and all the such. So, but yeah, I think we should just agree on what we want to do here. In general, I really feel like I would rather release a 9.01 than try and keep holding up for everything that we happen to find here and there. At least at this point in our life cycle, we're pretty early still. And we're working on getting the automated testing going so that we can ensure better quality. But yeah.
Okay. Then my proposal will be let's still prioritize Shiva to fix that bug and do a second release of the notation client with that bug addressed, because I want that client to be used more widely, and if it's blocking people access HTTPS registries.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, I think, yeah, let's just do like another release with the bug fix in there. I will say, I mean, just as long as people aren't specifying 443 on the port, they're going to be fine. Which
okay.
I didn't. I mean, that somebody has to manually add that in to be blocked on that. So it's not like that would happen by default per se. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So maybe if we can document that behavior somewhere, I think.
Yeah, I think that's in the issue that he filed. Yeah.
Okay. Or can we just add that in the current release notes that we have, so that anybody downloading the current release that we have, the pre-release as you're calling it, just add it there? Is it too late to add it in the release notes of the current pre-release?
No, you can always update the release notes. I mean, that's fine. That's easy. You can just go in there and edit the release description.
Okay, can you help us with that? Because
sure.
I don't exactly know how to describe that issue in words
sure.
that you're using.
Sure, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that takes care of that. Is there, I think I saw an update from Feynman sometime today with some new dates in the spreadsheet. Milind, do you want me to bring it up?
Yeah, if the spreadsheet is updated, yeah, we can go through it.
Yeah, let me see that. Give me a minute. David, it seems you and Feynman worked on that spreadsheet some. Okay.
Yeah, I know I mean, I don't have anything to comment right now. We are working, like we're gonna kind of scrum through the backlog to just see what we can do to help with timeline. Cause I mean, we keep slipping on our dates and we need to really lock down on what it is that we're doing for the rest of the work we have.
Yeah. So Feynman's note to me was that he has updated some dates here. So I'll just focus on the dates from Shive's date then, Milind, if that's okay with you. Looking at, okay, this is in progress. Investigating this library issue is still not resolved. I think we need to make a decision on that one. Registry authentication is work in progress. The bug, I think this is where we need a new date from, but if we can use the workaround that he has offered with the release notes update David is going to do. registry authentication. This is probably should be work in progress now. He hasn't marked it yet, but if he hasn't started, that means he hasn't started on this yet.
We can cover that on Monday. Registry auth. We got Michael to review the spec. I made a pass over it and gave some feedback. I think I have some feedback around how notation supports credential helpers and credential providers.
Got it. Because this is not closed, the spec is not closed, so that's why this has not started yet, the authentication implementation then.
And
Okay.
I've asked either Steve or Sajay, ping them on the issue for feedback. I think it needs wider feedback. So I guess my ask would be if we can get Steve to review it or Sajay to review it. I think it needs one more review.
Okay, so you're going to put that in the PR then?
I've already updated the PR.
Okay. Okay. Hey, while I'm at it, can I mark this item as work in progress? This is the one that you took over. I noticed this is work in progress.
I
Yeah,
think
we have a PR for that.
Oh, you have a PR for that now? Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Pritesh raised a PR.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so he's basically saying he can start this item as soon as the CLI spec is done, which is where Steve's items were. I have not had a chance to comment on that PR yet from Steve.
So the only change that happened in the PR is it puts the current state, the alpha one commands. So it just has the help output for each of the commands. I think what the next step is, out of that, we should just focus on sign and verify and make sure we are on the same page and we have agreement on what the parameters are, etc.
Okay. So still need to comment on that then. Okay.
Yeah, I would say, Samir, you can also have a look at the sign and verify, and
Okay.
at the same time we can ask Steve to review it. It just currently the PR just calls current state. We need to make some proposals. Some parameters may not be supported. We just need to go through all the parameters and make sure they are in line with what we have in the RC1 feature set.
Okay. There are no dates here for that, so maybe we have to ask. Is time? So I think there's a question from Feynman on this one. Is timestamping should be included in sign command? He's asking this question. Any replies you want to give to that one?
I think based on the signature spec or trust policy spec, what we said is by RC1, we definitely want to sign or we want to timestamp. Whether we'll verify the timestamp within RC1, currently verifying is not in scope. If we can get there, great. I think the minimum we need to do is generate a timestamp along with the signature. And that support has been there since Alpha 1. We need to look at the user experience from sign. Currently, I think you need to provide a -t or -ts parameter and specify a timestamp server. So we need to, so a couple of things. How does the CLI surface it? And there's refactoring of code involved. Rakesh already moved code into notation core Go. I think the calling code needs to be updated. I can comment on the, is there an issue associated with this?
Yeah, it's a roadmap issue. Actually, no, let me check. So we are here. No, there's not an issue on this one. There was a roadmap issue.
Okay, if we can link the roadmap issue later, we can continue conversation there.
Yeah, I can do that. I can take care of that. So same question on this one. Here's a question on this one. The directory sector spec was confirmed on June 15th, and there's a new scenario need to concern. So
can you open the issue? Yeah, this was the open item from that PR. I think I have a proposal here. We can discuss that on Monday. We can start implementation irrespective of closing this item.
We can start implementation on this.
On directory spec implementation without closing the specification.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
So that was a comment. We replied to that comment added in PR, right? So let me just add that. Oh, wait a minute. Why don't I see a reply?
Okay.
Oh, added comment in PR. Yeah, I think with different time zone, this is the best way to make progress quickly versus waiting till Monday. So this dates are now here. We didn't have these dates earlier from Shiva. Now we have these dates.
Okay.
This
Filter-
I'm
I think filtering we can deprioritize in favor of something more critical. We can have that discussion on Monday. You can put a comment in there if you want.
okay. Comment. I forgot.
Even okay, like that, filtering out of RC if required.
It's just 0.5 weeks of effort.
Sorry, come again, Pritesh?
It's just only half week of effort.
Yeah.
It's not much. That's what I'm calling out.
Yep, but I'm
But,
sure.
yeah, but I mean, it all adds up, right?
Yeah, we have other places.
So it's not a critical path in my opinion. Yeah.
Good. Agree with that, David. I put that comment in, so Shiva has our comment back on this one. Milind, I think on where were we? On this one, can I mark this in work in progress? Like this is close to complete?
Verification. Pritesh is working on this.
I'm working on this.
Yeah.
Okay. Work
It's
in
a PI is
progress.
out already.
Oh, work in progress PR out there. PR. So they know.
Yeah.
Let me put the same comment here. Work in progress PR out there, so they know. No, we don't have an update on this one, but I guess discussing with the engineering team. He's looking at the engineering team. Yeah.
It would be same as I guess verify is simpler than sign in terms of parameters. We don't have to get this work started. So the CLI commands are kind of the last layer that needs to be implemented or fine-tuned, whatever is implemented in Alpha 1.
Okay. Okay, I think no other Shiva's item we don't know. So David, this is where I think you gave us a demo last time, and I think Feynman has a comment on this one. Unit test is almost done. We need to add more end-to-end tests for the next step.
So there has been progress here.
Yeah, so there's two. Yeah, so there's PRs up there on that issue, and so they just need to be. It looks like Shiwei approved them. So this comes back to still confusion on like who can merge. I mean, I have the ability to merge. I went ahead and merged the auto issue generation PR of mine that got approved by somebody. But like, I mean, is that? Yeah.
No,
so like those.
I got those merged. I approved. There were 2 PRs. I think there are 3 or 4 PRs enabling unit tests to be run, and I think vulnerability scanning. So I approved 2 of them, which also had ship it from Shiwei. Those got merged. I think there's progress on the others. So just to answer David's concern, we are unblocked there in terms of being able to merge code updates after we added Shiva and me to the notation maintainers. If there are any other PRs that you do want to get merged, just ping them on the Slack channel.
So the answer to David's question is you and Shive have the ball on approving or merging PRs as soon as they're approved, right?
Yeah, at least for code PRs
For
implemented.
code PRs, yeah. Okay, I think we covered all of Shive's item, and this one is inspect is starting on 6/29.
So something like doc updates, or something just like adding unit tests into, or like unit testing to the pipeline, like that stuff is less of a concern, right?
I agree.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think it's a spec update. Then we can have the maintainers like Steve and Niaz or Justin approve it if there's a spec update. Okay, I think we covered all the items here. We replied to Feynman's questions coming in. I see a lot of items now in work in progress or days assigned to it, which is a much better state we are in. The action item I'm taking for myself is to look at the PRs from Steve and respond to them before Monday. That's the action item I'm taking. David, if you can look at it as well, I think what we have discussed so far is let's minimize the number of options we offer so that we can test them end to end completely for the initial RC1 release. And I think the three main commands are sign, verify, and inspect is what I'm thinking for the initial RC1 release.
Yeah, just calling out, there are additional commands as well. Key add,
Yep.
we enabled with plugin, etc. We can make a pass over that, but those are not priority.
Okay, I think we covered the items here. So thank you, David, for taking the action item to work with Shivi on the side and see whenever he fixes that PR, and we merge it and just updating the release notes with the workaround. So anybody else looking at it has the workaround called out.
Yep,
Cool.
sure, no problem.
Cool. I think we are done. I don't have any other action items. I'll update the attendance and call this done. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.